Welcome back Twitch, welcome back YouTube. It's time to start session 9 and potentially the final session of Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Yes, Hina was the ultimate mom. So as a quick recap, we survived our execution thanks to Alter Ego, but we got dumped in the chute. Fortunately, Kyoko is here. And we'll see how far we go tonight. I wouldn't mind finishing this up tonight, but there's going to be a lot of plot. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of reveals. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, actually to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. This better be a good one. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. I feel like they could have done more with these reactions. Like, more often than not, it's what you have to select to continue the conversation. It's not an option. Like, there's not much optional dialogue behind them. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak? I kind of want to know why Monokuma was okay killing Miko. Monokuma's okay killing everybody. But I bet we find out.
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. I think she means Makoto's not the Blackened, but Monokuma was okay with executing us instead of killing everybody. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't know. I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
It can't be a Spike Chunsoft game without an amnesiac, can we just say? In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the entire plot point of Somnium AI. And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed straight away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it, it's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. It's because I'm unreasonably open. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. Unless I am.
I understand. I should understand everything.
Oh god, the voices are back!
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
To stay here with the ultimate mom. Oh yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen? Not smart enough. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. I am so smart.
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. I'm just going insane. What were you saying? It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now I still trust you, you know. You damn better! We almost died for you. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I like girls. I think that's just her personality. Alright, did I talk to you again? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Yep. There is no line behind that. I just had to look.
so,
So at that point, it just might as well be an X. You mentioned your ability. My ability? What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well... Yeah, I was waiting for her triumph there. It was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child, As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Dun dun dun! There it is. I fucking knew it. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Not the daddy part. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter what the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. I mean, that makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster was the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized... Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance very soon. It sounds like it must be important. Let's ignore it. And really ominous. Do you have any more to say?
However...
Alright. Oh, okay, there is. Yes, we do get channel points now as well. There's a lot to talk about now that we are affiliated. Like, for example, like, hey Rock, no, you didn't come too late, we just started actually. I had a lot of announcements, so we have not been playing very long at all. At the end of the last episode, I'll recap for you real quick. We went through the class trial for the 5th chapter, and we got through the trap with Makoto and Kyoko. Makoto was dumped into the garbage chute because Alter Ego saved his life, and now Kyoko's come down here and we just had the reveal that she's the ultimate detective and why she's at the academy. But yes, Nick, we do get channel points. I want to talk about that founder badge that you have real quick, just for anyone who may not know about it. There are 10 of those available. They are available for anybody who uses a Twitch Prime or a paid subscription, no matter what the tier is. I am thinking about doing a gift of subs to you guys, because I want to reward you for sticking by me for so long. But if I gift you a sub, you won't have the opportunity to get a founder's badge if you want one until the sub expires. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, but I want to go ahead and gift the subs sometime in the next couple of weeks while the Pride event's going on so we can get those free emotes too. Plays Simulacra? What's Simulacra? Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Alright, what was going on? It has to do with Mikuro Ikosaba, doesn't it? Oh, a horror game. Oh, look into it. I kind of like horror games, as long as it's not jump scares. I don't like jump scare games. Like, you'll never see me do Five Nights at Freddy, but I wouldn't mind trying out, like, a traditional horror game. I do a lot of Resident Evil. I like survival horror quite a bit. It has to do with Mikuro Ikosaba, doesn't it?
However,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... Okay. You didn't miss anything. We just found out that she was on the second floor, why? And, the headmaster is her dad? I'm not sure if you missed that. I think you were here for that. And now we're finding out what her purpose is and you know, what's the mystery behind Mikuro Ikosaba. Oh, it's on Switch. I'll have to check that out. Okay, if you didn't miss that, she's looking for her dad, and the dad's the headmaster. I don't think you really missed anything. Everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial on Mikuro Ikosaba was to get me killed. Oh, it's good enough to have a sequel, huh? I'll check that out when we're done here. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew that they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations? Oh, so it's just on, I mean, Swatch. It's just on, like, Steam and mobile?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope Speak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mikuro Ikosaba. I played Ninjala at when they showed it off at PAX. I think it was last year actually. Hard to remember. God, years take forever now. But yeah, we played Ninjala at PAX. It was really good. I am terrible at it, but it was a lot of fun. I wouldn't expect to see me play it competitively, but I would like to play it every now and then, you know, kind of like I do Mario Kart and some other games. 2? It was 2 years? Really? It was that long? Wow. That's been in development longer than I thought, because I thought when we played it, they said that they were going to release it in 2019. Or at least release it the next year. I mean, I know it's been delayed this year. Yeah, it's going to be released in 6 days. The summer's going to be real good for a bunch of games that I've been looking forward to that's been delayed that are going to be released. I'm expecting like a couple of big releases later this month and late in July. Oh, that's good. 100% 2 years at PAX. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Wow. That was a longer development cycle than I thought. I mean, it looked pretty complete when we played it at PAX. I think I even still have the inflatable bat that they gave you. Like I said, I'm probably gonna be terrible at it, but I wouldn't mind playing it. You do. What's that? There was a point where Mikuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Oh. So she really was there to protect us. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yes, for the love of God, she means this. Oof, double rip Makoto. I didn't pre-order it. I mean... No, I didn't pre-order it. I might, like, look at you. I've got a ton of Switch points. I might look at doing that. I don't know if it's gonna be like a game that I'm gonna play enough where I'm gonna pay for it, but I've got like 100 points in Switch pre-order and Switch credit. I'm not gonna turn off the Switch and do it right now. I will do it later. Oh, it's free? Okay. Oh, so it's gonna be microtransactions then. During the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. How many times are we gonna see this cutscene? I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, though. I am Coronavility, get Coronavility or you'll run out of lives. Okay. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean is that whoever killed Mikuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. That means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mikuro. Okay, coronavirus. I'll try to remember that. Coronavility. A tiny bit of jump scares and an interesting story. I can handle a tiny bit of jump scares. It's just like in Five Nights at Freddy, like if you're constantly having to defend against jump scares, I just kind of force quit because I get too tense to enjoy the game. They needed the class trial to kill me, but they seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mikuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. Yeah, I mean, a little jump scares is okay. I mean, if the story is good, I'm willing to put up with that. I've gotten jump scared playing Resident Evil, so. But I don't think that the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. That was louder than usual. Why? Oh, that's why. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm trying to figure out. That's one thing that I'm trying to figure out, how to make into an emote. I have ideas, but it's like not any real difference from the poop emoji. And I don't want to make people pay for the poop emoji. So she's a fake? You did not hear it? Did that not come through? It should have. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit! There you go. Oh, I see. Shit. What the hell? Why did that do with that? Hang on. I need to fix this right now. Why did that change properties? Alright, see if this works. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna fix that during the first break. I'll fix that during the first break. You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago? The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Maybe there was an update with Streamlabs? I don't know. I did have some audio issues that were unrelated because I swapped out a cable, my video cable, and for some reason that changed my default audio device to my TV, even though my TV isn't plugged in. I don't know how it happened. But yeah, I'll figure that out. I think it's the problems on my Stream Deck. What happened a year ago? The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. And with that, Chapter 5 comes to a close. 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. Surviving students, still 6. To be continued. And you know what? Since we're having technical difficulties, I think this is a good time to go ahead and call this an episode so I could take a quick break and fix that. You received the Dream Island rocket present. And we'll go ahead and save. So, save here. Alright. And we will pick up YouTube. I thought I meant 7, but the close of the chapter counter said 6. So, yeah, you're probably right, actually, it's 7. At the end of chapter 4, they made sure to increment the counter for 7, but they didn't do it this time, so that threw me off. But YouTube, we're gonna call it an episode here. I will pick up tomorrow. Twitch, give me about 5 minutes. I need to fix this, and we'll be right back.